Why does the wind blow? When does a flower bloom? How can a rocket shoot to the stars or land up on the moon? It's science and technology, engineering, mathematics. Get smart, keep it simple. Let's learn about STEM. Hey friends! Fall is here and the weather is cooling down, and it's the perfect time to build a fire and hang out with your friends and family, roast some marshmallows and make some s'mores. And I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to talk about how to start a fire and what a fire needs and doesn't need in order to keep burning. So I have this little tea candle and I have a lighter. A fire needs an ignition source or a heat source to start, but it needs fuel to burn and it needs oxygen to feed the fire. Just like me and you, we have to eat and drink in order to fuel our bodies. A fire needs something to burn to fuel itself. Most of the time we think of a campfire that's burning wood, but this candle burns a wick and melts wax. I've got a gas range. The fire there uses gas as its fuel. But no matter what the fuel source is, it always needs oxygen to breathe. A fire has to breathe. So I'm going to take this ignition source, this heat source. It's actually a little electrical arc, like a teeny tiny lightning stick. So this is going to heat up my wick. I say that, my wick is so short, my tiny lightning can't reach it. Had to get a new tea candle. There we go. So my heat source, its fuel is the wick. It's getting oxygen from our atmosphere, from the air around us. There are lots of gases in our atmosphere, but oxygen is a main component of that. So as long as it has access to a well-ventilated room, it can burn. What fire doesn't need is to be smothered or not allowed access to free-flowing air. It will choke the fire out. I have a fun experiment to show us how that works, or to actually demonstrate what happens when a fire doesn't have access to oxygen.
Work it out. Power Hour.
I'm going to fold up some paper. And I'm going to light it and then toss it in here. So as it burns up the oxygen inside, it's going to need more oxygen from out here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this hole with an egg. This is called egg in a bottle. So what do you think might happen? The fire will burn out probably. Okay. So I'm going to light this scrap of paper. My goodness. Take two. I'm going to light this piece of paper. Okay. We're going to put it in there. It's burning. And I'm going to cover this hole. And what happens? It's burning, it's burning, it's burning, but it's running out of oxygen. And it's used up all the oxygen inside. And it needs more. So what happens to the egg? Nothing. Okay. My fire went out. Nothing's working. Because why would it? I'm scared to drop it in there. See, it went out again. What? What? Where's my regular ladder? In the s'mores kit, transferring the fire to the paper and go. And you put your egg on top and it needs oxygen, but it can't get it because the egg's in the way and it's eating up all the oxygen inside. And so it creates egg in a bottle. When it used up all that oxygen, what it did is it created a negative pressure. Like if you've ever taken a big soda bottle and you and suck all the air out of it, it pulls that bottle closed. It creates negative pressure inside, and that bottle collapses. It wanted to do the same thing here, but this is a rigid glass bottle, so it couldn't collapse the bottle, but what it could do was pull that egg inside. So that is what happens when you try to plug a hole with an egg that's got a fire inside. One of my favorite science experiments to show what happens when fire is deprived of oxygen is creating our own carbon dioxide and smothering the fire with carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide does not feed a fire. It actually displaces the oxygen and it puts the fire out. So this is vinegar or acetic acid. I'm gonna mix some orange food coloring with it because it's fall and pumpkins and leaves and we're learning about fire. Just seems fitting. So I'm gonna add some baking soda or sodium bicarbonate to this vinegar or acetic acid. It's going to create water, salt, and carbon dioxide. We're interested in the carbon dioxide. So I'm gonna pour this big scoop, and all those bubbles are carbon dioxide gas bubbles. And we want that. So I'm going to take our carbon dioxide now. This gas in here is carbon dioxide. And I'm gonna very gently pour it onto my fire. And it goes out. We made a little fire extinguisher. So let's light this guy again. Let's do it again for fun. And I want y'all to really, no, I'm not tricking y'all or anything. Let me grab another glass. This I just got out of my cabinet. It's filled with atmosphere. It's filled with the air around us. You scoop some, put it in there, okay? And I'll pour it out and nothing happens, okay? So let's watch the magic again. Magic isn't real, it's science. Anyways, I think that's so cool. So if you take away the fire's oxygen, it gets put out. If you run into a sticky situation with a fire and you need to smother it real quickly, throw some dirt on it, throw some sand on it. It will deprive the fire of oxygen and it will stop burning. I hope y'all learned something about fires and what it likes and what it doesn't like. Make sure that whenever you're out this fall with your friends and family around a fire, you stay safe and you roast some marshmallows. Bye! Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you know when new videos come out. And here are some more videos you might enjoy. Bye! It gets the world.